Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Disco Elysium. Okay, so the main part of this episode, probably what the episode is titled, has to do with probably like the last 30 minutes of it. Before we get to that, there's a couple of side quests that we're dealing with, running around trying to get skill points. Yeah, there's a lot of ground that we cover, but let's just say, if you want to find the conclusion of our discussion on what an obscene amount of wealth does to the human mind, stick around to the end. We'll find out. That's all I'm going to say for the intro. I hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome back. All right. It's time for us to end the day. It's 1:30 in the morning. And we've been up to quite a lot in this evening. And there's plenty more to do tomorrow. First things first, we're going to go check out the...
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
The icebox. It is time to call it a day. Let's enter the shack. And here we are again, alone with our thoughts.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Okay, one of the ideas that I love about this game, that's sort of like a meta-narrative thing, if you will, for me, is like all of Harry's skills they're aspects of him, right? Like when electrochemistry speaks, it's not like a disembodied electrochemical spirit. Like it's Harry's thoughts that fall under that prioritization, like whatever that skill cares about. And for Harry, that's like, you know, the let's say the id, like the primal desires. When authority speaks, it is Harry's sense of authority. Our Harry is like super unintelligent, like 0 drama, 1 conceptualization, -1 visual calculus. Like we're an idiot for the most part. We're highly empathetic. And we're starting to get a little bit of our motorics together. And yet the things his mind conjures through the conduit of shivers is like the finest prose one could ever imagine. I love that the idea is that Harry has intrusive thoughts that are just these beautifully written compositions of poetic meaning, pulling from the strands of reality to like connect him to thoughts that he doesn't quite possess himself, but that he can sort of sense in his environment. It's amazing. I don't know where that comes from for him, but it is a bit ethereal. And let's listen in to this this pulled thread of reality.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
It feels safe and warm in our heart. Maybe not so much in our mind, though.
What is this place to you?
That's not Shivers. What the fuck is this? My new hangout where I could silently drink, sit and drink, and die while looking at the waves rolling in. My forward base for the coastal part of this operation. It's free. That's good enough. I could live here. A resting spot. It's my new home. Yeah, this looks like it's my new home. I wonder where the old one went.
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the 2nd floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a Baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant.
So this is obviously where we lived in the Whirling in Rags. This is where we are now. Maybe this is where we lived before? It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant. Ah, it's beautiful. Interesting. So we can sort of assign what meaning this place is to us. Or maybe this is where we will be? Far away on the corner of Perdition and Maine. What were the other choices?
There is no going back.
Oh.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
No way. Like, okay, I was just kind of rambling about how Shivers is like not really, it doesn't really fit with Harry's mind, but is the game suggesting that this actually is a disembodied voice? I swear I don't like play these sections before I talk about them. It just oddly syncs up like this sometimes. I don't have enough time. This has been going on a year already. I do not have time to like play through these sections once and then play through them again and perfectly time my commentary to them. This shit just keeps happening.
Look under the floorboards.
This is crazy. Look under the floorboards. Can we do that? Outside, maybe? Look under the floorboards. Can we, like, go around back or something? Now I'm curious. What the hell is going on? No, I guess not. I don't know, man. There's some weird shit. I can't explain it. What is this? Why can't I click this? It's not letting me click it. Okay. I'll have to leave you, mysterious orb. What the fuck was that?
It's getting late.
There's nowhere to look under the floorboards. Okay, I guess we'll just file that one away into our mind somewhere.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer.
Okay. Alright. Guess it is time.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
What awaits us in our dreams?
Like a deftly cast fishing net. Sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is going to be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately?
Maybe.
Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
I love how at this point Harry is just like, yeah, okay, where's my fucking creepy voice in my dreams? Like, let's just get this over with.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
What does that mean? Did we murder someone? I'm gonna go with this one. Because this feels like I'm trying to move on from whoever I was, whatever that is, and I just want to sleep. I'm trying not to remember these things.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of.
This would be a very terrifying thing to learn, though.
Is much, much worse than that.
Shit. What did you do, Harry? What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think either one of those things.
Oh, but you will. You're already going there. Sleeping. How long can we keep you from the precipice? One more dream? 2 max, baby. Then it's...
Shit. I'm starting to think that at some point we're going to uncover something that feels very hard to reconcile that we've done. And maybe these guys have actually been protecting me from realizing that. To keep me from it. Shit, Harry, what did you do? Her face forms in summertime.
In hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
It doesn't sound like it will be okay. It doesn't sound like that at all.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
Okay.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Forget if we actually looked into everything to do with the stained glass window, though. Let's open our eyes. Maybe we'll have to return to it. Oh, Harry. Harry, you poor, poor man. He's going through a rough time. Okay. Yep, there's Kim. Maybe Kim can provide us some emotional comfort.
Yes?
Okay. It's back to the grind. It's back to the grind, baby! Okay. Let's go check out that ice cream machine. Let's forget all about the trauma and the horrible things we've done, okay? We're just going to get some tasty treats in this mysterious building. And we're also going to tell Plaisance what we found. Oh, there's an it.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
No, your books insulted my my intelligence. I will have no part in them. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker. I don't think we actually... Did we learn her name?
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Well, she explained that it was politics, baby.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth?
No, she's not.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far, you know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
I hate when it gives me so many complex answers. This is my anxiety. I have to choose. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. There's no curse. Sources in the taxidermist's shop. I don't have an answer yet. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. I mean, I did kind of suggest that there could be some sort of entity that is pulling the strings of people and influencing market change. There could be some sort of entity. We don't know that yet. How do I think Plaisance would react to it's just capitalism? Well, I don't think she would react very positively to that. Partially because we come back to that sense of like, she put up wards in her business because it makes her feel like she's doing something about the problem. Not to say, you know, whatever about whether it is doing something, but it's giving her peace of mind for sure. And I feel like if I just said this, she would kind of feel like, oh, okay, well then nothing I do matters because it's all going to fall apart. And I'm not really invested in injecting more depression into this world and its people. I don't know. Perhaps she would feel some comfort thinking that there is some sort of entity out there pulling the strings. Fuck it. We're going space anomaly. There's something out there. Look, this world has something as weird as the Pale. Who the fuck am I to say that it's all just capitalism? Someone could be pulling the strings. And maybe we'll cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
A great dark relief washes over her.
Yes, I somehow knew this would give her comfort.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
Okay.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
See, Kim is on board. Just play along. Look, if I were to tell her it's just capitalism, I think she's just going to go into her day and life depressed. She's not going to make any sort of meaningful change to counteract this reality. If I tell her that there's a third entity, she's also not going to be able to do anything about the fall of capitalism. or the fall of society due to capitalism, rather. But she's at least not going to be miserable. Who knows?
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
We gave her something to believe in.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Yes, we shall. We shall. Okay. There is a dark entity. I wonder if Annette has anything to say about this.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
No, I guess not. Okay. Let's go check out that ice maker. Oh man, this is gonna be so sick. I get to use the Kvalasund. I've just been wielding this thing thus far. Oh, a hidden doorway. What? The flashlight did this? Some busted guns.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Looks like there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim!
Are these any good?
Let's give them an inspection.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
We do carry guns. This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, breech loaders, still lying around in Martinez. This would have been good in our case against Ruby for Titus. Too late for that now, but still, might be useful down the road.
Why is it too late? We're still investigating Ruby.
He likes this find.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that we found this. It's probably worth a pretty penny, at least. Okay, that's pretty cool. How about that? Flashlight. It does serve a purpose. Okay.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an...
Shit. Okay, we're gonna have to probably use a skill point here.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. It's all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
I thought this thing was supposed to have, like, defrosted. Okay, well. What is it?
This orange machine is...
Physical instrument? That's what we gotta spec into. Have anything with physical instrument? Isn't there? Yeah, I think this is the only thing. The tank top. Yeah, probably so. Okay. I'm going for it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Okay, I guess machine unplugged is the defrosting bonus. All right, Kvalasund. Let's see what you can do.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalasund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before. and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
I thought I did wait for it to defrost. It's been a whole day.
This orange machine.
Shit. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to bulk up. Well, we're not that far off from a skill point here. Anything easy we can clear off. Let's go talk to the harbor guy about the armor. That'll... Something good will probably happen in that conversation. That's probably down here, right? The harbor gates. It's got to be... Oh, who's this?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Where's your friend?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Oh, I also forgot. We got to get that sandwich from him. Where is Rene?
The prick is gone. I
What?
can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
Is that the same sandwich you had yesterday? It's a new sandwich.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
What do you mean gone? Like he left?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Oh, he died. He's just dead. What? How?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time.
Oh, this is really sad. Gaston. There's probably no one else in the world who really knows you so well.
Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. Rene was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
I understand, friend. That's tough. Was he really that
I
bad?
repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
But this is helping. This is helping him heal a little bit.
The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him, Gaston?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Oh man, I love that. Oh, Gaston. Here, something to remember your friends by. Oh, that photograph must be of Rene and Ginny.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Rene looked so happy, and Jenny,
Eyes blurry with tears. He has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know Rene had the photo.
Oh, this is a nice comment from Kim as well. Look at us. We're all in the fields now. Offer my sincere condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
I mean, is the sandwich still on the table? I'm sorry, it's insensitive, I know. But it is right there. Is there anything more we can discuss about Rene?
Yes. What about...
Yes.
It is... I just don't know anymore. Officer.
Yeah, nothing to say about the Union either. Oh, Gaston. It's one less person in the world who he has to share memories with. Which I think as life slows down and the older you get, that's an important thing for a lot of people, is to talk about the life that they've had. Last time we spoke with them, we talked about this idea of generativity. Being this question of, did I contribute enough to the world? And the way we explore that is through memory, right? And having people you're close to that you can say, you know, did I live the life that I wanted to? And he just doesn't have that now. Maybe he can talk to Tommy. Tommy's a good listener. We fucked up with Tommy early on, but maybe there's still hope for Gaston. Okay. Well, moving on. There should be someone down here that we can ask about the armor, no? It's set at the harbor gates. Ask the Jolly Mesk about the armor. Oh, that must be this guy.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Oh no, I guess it's not.
You keep coming back.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
What are you talking about, save the economy?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Thanks for the advice. I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy.
Ooh.
Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
Nice.
Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became waterproof. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
I love this. It lowers our shivers. Yeah, why not?
Gotta prepare for springtime.
We could always use some more composure. I think that we can also sell some stuff. Isn't there like this we can sell, right? Suna said she didn't need this, so.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I have something to
Sure.
sell.
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Yeah, we don't need this. Okay, we're not gonna sell that. And we'll hang on to this stuff for now.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay, now we're loaded with cash. What is the harbor gate? No, this is the water lock. Maybe the harbor gate is actually up this way? I don't know. Could be maybe down there where the shipping containers are. What is this?
The file cabinet stands steady. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants. All items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer slides.
Okay.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005.
I forgot about
That's
this.
the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling.
Oh.
Still calling.
Shit. Is this another...
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
I was worried that we were about to have another sort of traumatic conversation. What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lamy.
No, I meant what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harrier Dubois. Do you have anything on my name?
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
What kind of film is it?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up and the air seems to grow darker. Suddenly you feel like you don't want to hear about video rentals anymore. You don't want to hear about any of it. It was all shit. It's over.
Okay, I guess we were in for some trauma. Let's get Kim involved. Kim, I feel sad about Video Revachol 24 hours.
That's enough for you today. Let's conclude this call.
It makes me so sad for Harry. We don't want to remember this. What was all this shit? Yeah, we're done. I'm glad we have our emotional support.
The payphone
detective. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I click on that? I just click on random things and get myself all worked up. I'm legitimately sad for Harry. Okay. Oh, wasn't there something?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, It looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
We're gonna take the uniform.
I suppose Rene is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
This is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
I love how color conscious Kim is. He doesn't want us to clash. What do we got here? Let's check out our new threads. Got our windbreaker. It's pretty cool. This nylon wind cheater is so dynamic. It wraps around you like a membrane, equipped with a stowable hood. The backside of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. It swishes softly as you walk. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool with the snakeskin shoes. And we've got our pants. Oh yeah, this is disco. These pants are made from synthetic, lightweight fiber and designed to let the carabineers' legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. God damn, we look badass now with the Kval sun. Flash. Yeah, boy. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabineers has 3 stars on its shoulders and the word Capitaine written on the chest. Neatly patched here and there, it's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. Okay. Let's pop. Oh, I don't like the -1 to shivers. We'll pop this boy on only when we need composure. Otherwise, we're sticking with the Found jacket. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine for now. What did this give us? Reaction speed. It's pretty cool. What did we take off for it, though? Composure. Okay, that's fine. Could always use some more reaction speed. We're pretty close. Pretty close to a level here. We do have to try to open this thing again. I think we need rhetoric for that.
You're back before the cargo container.
Yeah. I need a rhetoric point to open that, but I need a physical instrument to open the ice cream thing. What to do, what to do.
Oh, hey, mister.
Who is this person I'm looking for? Go to the harbor gates. Where is the harbor gates? I've searched far and wide. Let's see if Everard has anything to say about Joyce after our conversation with her.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon? Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
His tone is totally different now. The jolly man of the people is gone, and so is the smile. His jaw is clenched, and his quadruple chin is quivering with hatred. This is decades of hatred speaking right now.
I'll be honest, I don't really know what sending Joyce away means. I don't know if that means we've accidentally sided with Everard. I legitimately don't know.
You get a sinking feeling.
Yeah, it looks like a boat sailing away from the coast. No need to be overly dramatic.
He wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war?
Oh, yeah.
Told her about the drug trade.
Yeah, we
They
did.
absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that.
Yeah, get fucked, Everard.
You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like...
Oops.
Well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Wait a second, did he just call her inhuman, or is he talking to us? Where's all the people who said that Everett Clare is so sympathetic and then also yelled at me for calling billionaires inhuman? Oh man, this game sometimes it just has the perfect comedic timing. That's wild how you got me to do all that stuff. So this was your plan all along? For me to relay this information to her?
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
But you did want me to relay info to her.
I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
How do you know she left?
Harry, I bugged her cabin. I bugged her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap, but my boys advised against it.
It's just such a well source of empathy coming through from him here. You've been listening to our conversations the whole time.
Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me.
The Hardy Boys?
Hell no! They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean my real boys. My special task force boys.
Where are these boys?
Yeah, where are they?
Sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi.
Well, maybe this is exactly what Everard wanted. We got Joyce to go away. I mean, like I said before in a previous episode, I feel like Everard is going to get what he wants no matter what happens. Maybe I'll still find a way to thwart him. Now I know why you've been so forthcoming.
No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
In there, under pillows of winter fat, his stress-ridden heart still beats furiously.
You used me.
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
But she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the Insulinda. I mean, I kind of thought telling her that stuff would... I don't know. Like... even the odds, I guess? But did she really just, like, bail out and now Everard's left alone to kind of manipulate the situation as he desires? You used my intellectual curiosity against me.
Against you? Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you.
But she told me a beautiful story.
Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories. About all the interesting things they've done and seen. All the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well.
It saddens him that she can. Sours it, but only a tiny bit.
But she said she's insane like me.
She's not insane. What did she tell you?
She told me it's over radiation.
No, she's not. She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of those upper-class winos. Just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective.
I've actually walked the path of sobriety for a while now.
I can see that, Harry. Alcohol has left its marks, but you're doing better than when I first saw you. Rich man is shitting himself. The working class sober.
So what's going to happen now?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
Damn, Everard, I was hoping I'd somehow get to fuck you over in the end, not the other way around. I mean, this is kind of true. Look, I just want to do police work. I feel like that's also true. Like, I don't really give a fuck about these two people and their weird ideas about the world. I think they're both fucking miserable people who are in denial of that misery and like, I don't know, try to manipulate the world and people around them to avoid discovering that. I'm not loyal to either of you fucks. I just don't want people to die. I don't know who's gonna be more. Who benefits? Well, Wild Pines and Joyce by extension. I mean, she's not personally invested in the lives of the people of Martinez, I don't think. I mean, she really liked to vacation here, but I don't think that she has a personal connection to them. I don't really think that Everard does either, in a sense, but he certainly believes he does, because he needs people to work for him, so that he can be in charge of something. Like I said, that's sort of the angle I feel like he comes from. Not really that he cares about these people, but if there's no people to lord over, he doesn't get to be a lord. So maybe like Everard is a little more invested in sparing as many lives as possible. I don't fucking know. They're both like awful. I was kind of hoping I would get to fuck you over.
Damn, Harry. I was hoping that too. But the information I gave you proved too powerful. You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history.
I'm gonna give that one a
Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, Detective? I am going to leave this out of my report, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times, good times.
So what the fuck now? That's literally how I feel. I don't even know what is happening right now. What did we do? Did we just give everything away to Everclear? Did we fuck ourselves here? What the fuck now?
Now we let bygones be bygones because there's work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's have it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
Fuck off, Everard. We're not friends. I do have my gun, though.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
Yeah, what do you have to say about Marianne?
I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again, Harry. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you?
What's in that container?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Oh, it's actually attached to a Kvalsund.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's...
Okay. Whatever. Fuck you, Everard. Fuck you, Joyce. I will find a way to... I'll find a way. I will say I probably did not fully understand the implications of my conversation with Joyce I don't think I realized how consequential it would be to like which one of them is now winning. That wasn't really on my mind. It is what it is. We can't go back now. We just gotta keep trying to be Disco. Okay, we're so close to a skill point, and I'm gonna get that rhetoric, and I'm gonna bust this fucking shipping container wide open. Maybe Manana has something I can get a skill point from.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Oh, this is the guy I've been looking for. Why didn't they just fucking say go talk to Manana? Hey, you're the man in the boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about the armor.
The little boy I did good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere. The
classic
pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Classic Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
We're being used by everybody.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs, but I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up. 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass, gauntlet, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Nice. From what I learned, it was a very heavy, boring set of armor. I did some...
How does...
In parts. So, as I count, there are 2 parts. So you have. No wonder you are a detective.
Yes. Yes! We've got our skill point. Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Manana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right
now. Let's investigate this.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. Yes, let's go with this.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Gotta run. All right, yeah, let's go try our rhetoric check since we're here. There will be time for getting another skill point and doing the ice cream thing. But if I put a point into rhetoric, it gets me 1 step closer to opening this container and 1 step closer to that sandwich from Gaston. You can see where my real priorities are. I think I would have been equally disappointed if it somehow turns out I supported Joyce. So we'll see how things go. First of all, let's check if we're all rhetoric'd up. Does anything give us rhetoric? Yes, polo shirt does. Logic, logic, logic. What's with all the logic stuff? Where's my rhetoric stuff? Logic. I don't have anything for rhetoric. Okay. None of this stuff gives me. I guess +1 to intellect. Fuck it. We're gonna smoke a cigarette. We're gonna blast one of these.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened.
I know we're trying to be sober, but our real problem was alcohol, not necessarily Oh, our skill cap is reached. What? How do you increase your skill cap? Isn't there a way to increase your skill cap with something? Oh man, maybe we're locked out of this. Our skill cap is so low for this. I have to look this up actually. Is it possible? For some reason it wasn't letting me click that, but now my intellect should be raised. But it still doesn't... No, I still can't unlock that check from what I can tell. No! How do I unlock this? I've got so much rhetoric now. All intellect white skills checks unlocked, but we've already used that. Okay, maybe we're locked out of this one. So I'm a little confused. I did look it up online, and it seems like you can raise your skill cap with something and put a point into this, but I don't seem to be able to do that with rhetoric for whatever reason. But I also remember people saying that you can unlock some checks with the dice maker's dice, which we do have the money to buy. So let's go do that and see if we can't find our way into this door after all. And maybe we can pass by and get that sandwich as well. Real priorities in this playthrough. I need something to assuage my distress after finding out that I accidentally supported Everard Clare. Or I at least got, I didn't support him, but I got him what he wants. And I probably need some mag. Let's pop by and get some mag. Look away, Fritter girl. Don't look what's in my hand.
Is this about...
I'm not doing anything bad. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays.
Okay, here.
Okay. And we can heal up.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Yes, I would like to order a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'm not sure.
How about an amber die?
Amber, a poor man's gold.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
Are the die different?
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Looking for something to help with my
I
work.
think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Uh-oh. Catch them.
Mr. Smooth moves. He
Yes!
flicks the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Let's act like we do this all the time.
What are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. Think of them as your lucky charm, officer.
Well, thank you, Niha.
She smiled at you. She smiled. You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Okay, let's see. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks as if you're arriving on the scene and it's raining. Look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Yes! Yes! It worked! It fucking worked! I don't know how it worked, but it worked! It must be that the red and blue deal with these checks, and the amber deal with these, and whatever other one with that one. So maybe we can come back and get those other die if we need to. Okay. We've got another chance! We've got another chance at victory here. Wait, did it open up the sandwich one as well? Samurai, the sandwich check? I think it did. I think it did. Let's find out. This will end up being the most consequential episode of Eurobrady Plays Disco Elysium yet. And I won't forget that we're also supposed to go talk to Kuno again. Man, wrapping up these side quests is taking a long time. I think we were like first talked about going into the end of the game like 10 episodes ago. But fuck it, I'm having fun. All right, Rhetoric. We still got a boost to Rhetoric through from our smoking. Oh, this is gonna work. I know this is gonna work. I think we gotta have the Kvalsund out for this one. I know we don't really have to, but it is about a container.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay, I'm gonna do this only this time because it may truly be the only chance we have to open this thing. Hopefully I don't have to use the save scum. I don't really want to, but I'm really curious what's in here.
The cargo container.
And that's
draw has not lessened since you were last here.
I think that's the only time that I'm gonna get this skill unlocked because we met the skill cap. Okay, let's go for it.
And as it's always been, it's impossible to open a
Damn it!
with the rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
How is it? How are we this much of a fuck up? God, Harry. All right, well, we've gone the whole playthrough without save scumming. I guess that's the only way. All right, I'm just gonna see. I gotta see. I'm curious. Like I said, I'm only doing one playthrough. So for the Disco Elysium purists out there, look away. Look away.
You're back before the cargo container. Despite
wow.
the surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Wow, I can't believe I passed it. Hello, is anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Okay.
Come on in!
Mega rich light bending guy.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, that's right, Kim. We've been yelling at this container the whole time. Knew there was something up with it. What is going on here?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Oh boy. What the fuck? Look at our money. Where the fuck did all that come from?
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Let's give it a squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
Is this like he's so rich that he doesn't exist in our own reality anymore? No way. No way was I that spot on.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
No fucking way.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
What is going on in here?
Welcome. Not too much, actually. Just pleasant. Surprised to have company today.
You can't hear him exactly, but you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed, in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Just a lowly commoner to you, sir.
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
Double your freighter, Harrier Dubois, I might add. Okay. How did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this mystery to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case? Sure, Kim, I think it is.
Yeah, that's exactly how this has gone.
And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
This time it will, for real, I'm sure, I think.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
I'm sure it does, friend.
And blow.
Yeah.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
Yeah. Whatever you gotta tell yourself, pal. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work
So hard.
because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
It's just tough. It's tough out there, guys. At all levels of the economy.
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Wow, how human-like of you. Oh my god, this is way too fucking funny.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? I was going to go on some sort of tangent about what this character is thinking, but I literally cannot. Because I can't relate to whatever the fuck he's about to say. Whatever sort of reason he comes up with. He literally is in another dimension of wealth.
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy.
Oh, okay.
How many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
So you buy things and the economy benefits everybody. Yeah, all those people down in the fishing village are sure enjoying their accumulated net worth from you buying your fucking yacht. I don't know, $1 million? What is he gonna say, $1 billion?
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
Yeah, what is going on here? There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to put it. You look different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Our what?
It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply.
What? Fucking what? He's literally so rich that he doesn't even exist in our reality. How is that not exactly what I was fucking saying like 3 episodes ago? I mean, it is exactly what I was saying, and this is exactly the point that I was making. I as I said in the last episode, it's not that I think that billionaires are not literally some sort of subsection of humanity. I meant in a very rhetorical sense, rhetoric being appropriate here, that they are in a class of wealth so far beyond our own that they may not even as well be considered living on the same planet or living the same kind of life as most humans. And the game is literally making that same fucking point with a similar kind of statement, just this one more about like physical reality. So yeah, you could be mad about what I said, but then you also have to be mad at the creators of this game for saying the same fucking thing. Are you telling me that you're so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things, but calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I have never felt so fucking vindicated. Holy shit. Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who is unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Okay. So maybe this is only Harry's perception, but I think the game's statement is quite clear.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez. There's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling in Rags. There's a church. Yeah. Whirling in Rags is pretty cool.
Oh, interesting. I've made quite a few real estate plays over the years. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself.
That's such a shame.
One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Well, mobs of them. Mobs. What a very human thing to say. Look, forgive me for enjoying this moment of perfect synchronicity with this game. Because it's saying the same fucking thing that I was saying. The level of wealth is so catastrophic that his ability to see people anymore is just completely warped. Literally warped in this case. Well, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you. Good question. I'm glad that someone is asking that. It's what I've been fucking saying.
There simply aren't enough hours a day.
He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time.
There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
He doesn't have time, guys. It's the same thing with Joyce. She just didn't have the time to dole out her massive amounts of wealth to the poor, unprivileged mobs. The mobs, guys. The seagulls. The fucking seagulls. The fucking... They're not humans. They're fucking birds of trash.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
This is so unbelievable. I'm so glad I saved Scum for this. So you travel from place to place via a shipping container.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals constantly projecting.
My heart aches for you.
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
This is incredible. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Yeah, so anyways, how about you cough up some of that cash? I'm one of these, I'm one of the seagulls.
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But again, I also can't afford to look any better than I do. That's why I need the money. Fuck it, I'll do anything to wrestle some funds away from whatever the fuck this guy is.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand.
Of course.
Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real.
Ah.
How much can you get for this?
Unbelievable. Managed to meet a man who's so rich, like
literally bends around him.
All you can get out of him is 3 real. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Yeah, because in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when people are struggling to afford rent and healthcare and basic survival, what they really need to do is take their minimal scruples of cash and come up with a fucking investment plan. That's what they need to do. Thanks. Thank you for that wisdom.
This is a proposal, not a question. These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
I love how we can both... We're going to fail at coming up with one that is sure to fail, or one that's sound. I'm going to come up with one that's sure to fail.
Congratulations. You've somehow managed to fail in a strange way. That you've succeeded?
I guess in a strange way, that's true. Yeah, look, why don't you share the wealth in a youth center? Although we've been down this path with Everard Clare, and his motives aren't exactly great.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
For the fucking youth!
A place to train buff kids. A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork.
Yeah, that one.
Self-discipline.
That one.
Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families. Want to inspire the future leaders of tomorrow to public service? I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Neither of these sound... I want to go with this one. Can I go with this one? Let's teach them, like, fucking, like, emotional skills. Whatever. Just pick one.
I like that you're thinking about the future, but couldn't the center have a more economic focus?
Sure.
Yet, without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
And we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
This disgusts me. With human beings, there's always a risk associated, which is why we've got to hold on to the center itself as a fallback. Yeah, I mean... Whatever.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory.
No, fuck this.
Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Whatever.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's a round of seed funding.
Yeah.
This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'm just saying whatever the fuck I can.
What'll it be? Vodka? Cigarettes?
Ratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
One of the only times I'm somewhat in agreement with Horrific Necktie, except not the getting wrecked part. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm an investor now. I will have to stay sober to calculate risks.
What is this shit? Calculating risks? Ratan! The risks you can't calculate are the only ones worth taking!
I'll give it some thought.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror. You've been mumbling to your necktie in a daze for several minutes.
Yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that becomes a wealthy individual.
If the money saint's visage weren't wrapped in physics-defying light, you would see his approval. Yeah, well, if nothing else, just to illustrate the fact that the only fucking thing that he cares about is would this return on my investment? I don't give a, it didn't ask me a single fucking thing about, like, I don't know, the children that would be in this youth center. Which is a similar vibe that I got from Everard, where, like, do I know that he gives a fuck about the people he's helping, or does he think that this is just a calculated risk and his economic plans? Like, it's all sickening. Yes, thank you for placing your trust.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment, and I expect to see returns.
Yeah, get fucked. You got swindled, pal. Thanks for coughing up the investor cash. It's not going into fucking anything.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again.
Kim, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. Can we get going now?
Kim is being disoriented, like I have been from the light bending phenomenon of someone so out of touch with reality they are barely a person anymore.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
Thanks for your time.
Pleasure was mine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment.
You're not getting shit.
Farewell, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
Yeah, you're not getting shit from me. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right. Well, it's a little bit more for the cause of communism, I guess. I'm not totally sold on having our fealty go to that ideology, but I can tell you one thing for sure. Whatever the fuck that guy is on, I want nothing to do with. Well, I think this is a perfect place to end the episode before I get a little too excited by the level of vindication. I'm gonna try. Yeah, okay. I'm being a little smug about it because, well, I think it's obvious at this point. Anyways, that's where we're gonna end our episode. Thank you for watching and enjoying the episode. Unless you didn't enjoy it, which is, there's a good chance that you didn't. Well, I'll see you next time.